So what can I tell you about the Benelli TRK 502X that you haven't already heard? Well, probably not a lot, but I can tell you things that work for me, things that don't work, you know, just little foibles, little things that bug me a bit, and things that I really love about it. So I suppose the biggest thing, the most noticeable thing is the power, or the lack of power. Look, it's a 500cc bike. It's only got, what, 47 brake horsepower, something like that. So it's not a fast bike. It's not a big, powerful bike. It's got enough power. It's fast enough to keep up with traffic, faster than all the rest of the traffic, I suppose. For a bike, yeah, it's a bit slow. For a vehicle on the road, it's fast, put it that way. It's perfectly adequate. Gets up to speed very quickly. Drop down a couple of gears and you're fine for overtaking. You just need to plan it a bit more. You haven't got that instant oomph that you do of bigger bikes. But you do get used to it. So like I said, just ride it like a 500cc bike, accept its limitations, and it's great. It's absolutely fantastic. Don't be going out there trying to do power wheelies and things like that, because that's just not going to happen. So one of the things which is both a plus and a minus is these crash bars. They're brilliant. Well, I'm sure they're brilliant. If you fall off, they're going to save your bike an awful lot of damage, and save you a lot of damage, because this is a heavy bike that falls on top of you. But they are a bit big and wide for filtering through traffic. But that's, like, again, that's just nitpicking. Another thing I'm not overly keen on, again, just nitpicking, is this switchgear. It just looks a little bit cheap. This ABS buttons, it looks a bit weird there, but again, it's looking for fault. It's nothing. They're keeping the cost down, aren't they? Which they have to do. Another place you can see where they're keeping the cost down is at the dashboard. It's got quite an oldish LCD display. Yeah, there's other bikes of the same age that have got much more comprehensive instrumentation, bigger LCD displays or full colour TFT displays. But this shows you everything. This shows you everything you want. You've got your rev counter, speed, temperature gauge, clock, what gear you're in, fuel gauge, trip meter. I suppose you've got everything you need there, really, haven't you? So, like I said again, I'm looking for something negative to say about it. This village is Bourton on the Water. Beautiful little place. And believe it or not, this is quite quiet at the moment. Or you come here in the summer or on a hot Sunday, the place is absolutely rammed. And in the summer then there's coachloads of people coming in here, and you can see why. It's just so beautiful. So this is Lower Slaughter that I'm coming into now. It's a beautiful little village. The thing I like about Lower Slaughter here is it doesn't get nearly as busy as Bourton on the Water where we've just been. I think because that road, well, I didn't record all of coming down that road, but the road leading down to here is very narrow, so you can't get big coaches and things down here. Anyway, yeah, back to this Benelli. So it seems like I'm really nitpicking, but yeah, I am just nitpicking. You know, there's let's pull in here. I am nitpicking a little bit. There's it's a great bike. It is a lovely bike, and I am looking for little faults. One of those little well, not a fault, but one of those little things that does annoy me is headlamps. Okay, there's only one bulb. Oh yeah, I know you got the dip beam, and then you have the main beam. But if one more person says to me, "Hey mate, you know you got a bulb gone," I've had bikes like this in the past with two headlamps, and one of them is only on for dip beam. Well, why can't we just have two bulbs on? It just looks nicer. That just looks a bit weird, just having one bulb like that. But it's like I said, it's not a bad thing. It's only just a minor little irritation. So yeah, I said it's only a tiny little thing. One thing that I just cannot understand, though, that does annoy me, is this centre stand. So you want to put onto your centre stand, you need to get a boot under it. I can't see. I might have to record this with another camera afterwards. So to get the centre stand on, obviously you need to push that down with your boot. But how do you get your boot under there with that there, with the passenger foot peg there? You can do it, but it's bloody awkward. Like, you can push it down, but then you can't get your boot on it to get any weight onto it. A pair of trainers, you might manage it. Big pair of bikey boots. There, look, use your hand. What a faff. What a faff. But it shouldn't be that difficult, should it? It should be a lot easier than that. Anyway, but that's a good point of it. It does have a centre stand. That is one of the good points of it. Anyway, I'm such a grumbler, aren't I? Right, let's get going anyway. Let's move on a bit more. Well, get off the stand now. That mill over there is gorgeous, isn't it? This is what this bike is brilliant for. Little lanes like this, just pootling around, no big hurry. This bike is excellent for that. And getting from one of these places to the other, yeah, you're up to the speed limit easily, 70, 80, 90, 100 miles an hour. That's not any problem, as long as you're not wanting to go much faster than that. But like I've already said, it's a 500cc bike. Treat it like a 500cc bike and you'll love it. So I've been, yeah, like I said, I've been very nitpicky so far. So what are a few positives about it? Well, there's lots of them. There is lots of them. The main thing I guess is the value, the price. Like brand new, these are, I think, $6,000-ish, something around there, which is phenomenal value. That is amazing value for what it actually is. And then consequently, then second-hand ones are, you know, you can pick up one couple of years old at a great price. Another thing I really like about this bike is the road presence. It's a big, beefy bike, and it's got a lot of road presence. It looks like a big, expensive bike. And that's important. That's important to me. It makes you feel good. But you know, if you've got a bike and you feel good on it, that's a nice little bonus, isn't it? And this does look good. I feel good on it. Like I said, the size for me, like I'm 6'3". The size of this bike is perfect for me. It's no problems whatsoever. I think anyone less than 6 foot, you might struggle a little bit, but it wouldn't be bad. The normal version, not the X version, the normal version is slightly lower, and then you can get lowering kits for them as well. Yeah, so right, I need to turn around here because I should have turned right just back there. So I want to find a part of the road here which is slightly wider and turn around just like here. So like I said, this is a big bike, but that is easy enough to manage in that sort of scenario. Right, so what else did I say? What else is good about this bike? There's so many things. The value I've spoken about, the feel-good factor of it. It doesn't cost much to run. That's another big plus for me. The tax, I can't remember the exactly how much, but it's a lot cheaper than any other bikes. It is in a cheaper band, and the insurance is a lot cheaper. So overall, it's cheaper to run. The fuel economy, I think it's around the 50 mile per gallon mark. But you know, I've never actually measured it, but it's around that. It's certainly reasonably frugal. Yeah, so overall it is cheap enough to run. It's not too bad at all. Well, I'm going to go down here. This is where I should have gone. Now, as standard, this bike does come with a lot of extras. There's the big crash bars here I've already mentioned. There's these nice big screen with extra bits here on the side. There's a bash plate underneath. There's a centre stand as well as a side stand. It's got LED lights, LED indicators. Yeah, so it's got there's a 12 volt socket there. Lots of nice little extras like that. Well, that's a bummer, isn't it? I was going to get some nice photographs here. Doesn't look like I'm going to there, does it? Oh well. That's a shame. This is beautiful down here, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at that. How stunning is that? Alright. I'm just going to park here in the sun and take a few photos. So is this Benelli TRK 502X? Was it a good buy, or is it goodbye? Well, it's both. It's both. Yes, it was a good buy. It didn't cost me a huge amount. For what I paid for it, it is a lot of bike. It is brilliant. I bought it beginning of winter. I've used it all the way through winter for commuting. The idea when I bought it was to see, you know, could I replace my Ducati Multistrada with it. The answer to that question is no. So yes, it was a good buy in that it was good value, but it's also a good buy in that I don't think it would be able to. I don't think I could replace my Multistrada with it. I still want to replace my Multistrada. I've just had it for a few years and I want something different. But this isn't the bike. While it's great, I just miss that power too much. I need a big liter bike. Like I said, now while this bike is absolutely perfect, it's great. I could quite easily see myself going on a big tour on this as well. On the Multistrada, I did a big tour around Europe on it a couple of years ago, and I went to Ireland on it last year. And I could just as I reckon on this bike I'll be just as happy on this bike. Yeah, there'd be a few times I'd miss the extra power, but yeah, but I would miss it. One more small little niggle. Again, it's just a niggle. Can you see my fuel gauge there? It's flashing. That's gone straight from 2 bars to flashing. And for whatever reason, it does do that. I've never seen it just on 1 bar not flashing. It always goes. There you are. Look, back up onto 2 bars now again. Maybe because it was slightly downhill there, I don't know, but it does. So the last little bit of, I don't know how much, I'm not even sure how much fuel is left in here now, but it's not hugely accurate. But it's not hugely accurate, but that's just a minor little thing, isn't it? So I'm like I've said before, I'm being really picky and finicky. Yeah, really picky and finicky there. That, you know, that's only a little small thing. This bike is super comfy. I've been riding it today. I think I've probably been out about 3 or 4 hours today, just riding around. I'm still nice and comfy. Backside isn't getting sore at all. Yeah, very comfy, which is good. Yep, so this bike it will be going up for sale soon. I think we're just coming into spring now. When I'm doing this video now, it's middle of March, so this sort of getting to the time for selling a bike. So I probably will sell this now for the beginning of the season. See the fuel gauge back to flashing again. There they are, back to 2 again. Anyway, yeah, so to summarise, love this bike. It's brilliant. It's just not for me, simply because I've got a Multistrada sitting there as well, and I used this bike for a long time, and I think, oh, this is brilliant, I love this bike, yeah, I'm going to keep it. Then I hop on the Multistrada and I think, oh man, no way, I'm going to miss this far too much. And then I change my mind again. So like I said, while I'm going to sell the Multistrada as well, I'll probably end up getting another big touring bike, a big I don't know what I'm going to get, but a big leader bike anyway. That's going to be big sports tour sort of type thing. Maybe a Kawasaki Versys 1000. I'd like to try one of those. I had a Z1000 SX a few years ago, and I really like that. So the Versys is be along those sorts of lines, just a little bit taller, I guess. Might have a look at one of those. Watch this space, who knows? Then again, it could just be whatever comes up at a good price on eBay. I tend to do that quite a bit, go completely off piste. I'm looking for something, see something that's a bit of a bargain on eBay, think, oh, I'll try that, I'll have a go at one of those. Yeah, so watch this space. Lots of videos coming up anyway, whenever I buy. Right, well listen, take care. Thanks for listening to me drivel on. And yeah, that's my honest assessment of the Benelli. Bye.